Users of Blackberry's messaging and browsing services have suffered a third day of disruption today, and far from improving, the problems have spread to North America. And those having to get used to living without their BBMs are even more frustrated by the lack of information on what's wrong and when it'll be put right. Jane Deeth has been to the technological heart of the Blackberry in Slough.
Slough, the town famous for the office of a paper company. But did you know Slough Trading Estate, less famously, is the humble home of the Blackberry office? Yet their smartphones have been struck dumb. Since Monday, Blackberry customers have been unable to use their mobile internet, email and instant messaging service, BBM. Although at one point Blackberry said the system was back to normal, the crisis has now spread to 4 continents, including today, America. But the problem seems to lie here in Slough. This is where they control the servers from, and a switch failed to flick, and the backup failed too. They thought they had it fixed, but it happened again. And now they have a huge backlog of data and one massive headache. And in Slough town centre, we found people suffering withdrawal symptoms, forlornly checking their Blackberries for the red flash that would be a sign of life.
I think it's ridiculous. I don't understand why the system's down, and we haven't had an explanation as to why it's down yet, so yeah. I want to know. I want answers.
It's inconvenient. We've come to rely on these things, and when you rely on them, then they have to work, you know.
So how does it feel?
Weird. Not nice. Not nice.
Like having a limb cut off.
Exactly. Some big piece of your life just taken away from you.
It's basically now it's just a big brick, you know. You can't use it, you can't do anything with it.
In the competitive world of smartphones, some believe this is bad for the Blackberry brand.
It's come at a quite unfortunate time for the company. They've had some poor results for the last couple of quarters, declining market share, and yeah, it couldn't really be a worse time for them in that respect.
Despite the clamour for answers, today there was just one tweet from Blackberry to its users, promising it was on the case. But famous customers are frustrated. Lord Sugar complained, "In all my years in IT biz, I've never seen such an outage. I can't understand why it's taking so long to fix." Piers Morgan tweeted, "If BBM stopped me communicating with my sons, we're so, over." The singer Ollie Murs told his fans the problems are proper annoying. Tonight, Blackberry are facing calls for compensation, while their rival Apple launched its new iMessage service. Could this be the perfect opportunity to take a bite out of Blackberry's business?
Jane Deeth reporting from Slough. Well, shortly before we came on air, I spoke to Stephen Bates, the UK Managing Director of Blackberry maker Research in Motion. I put it to him that the company simply didn't really know what was going wrong.
We've got a priority issue at the moment that's impacting our messaging and browsing traffic at the moment. So first of all, I'd like to apologise to all of our customers that are experiencing this delay. We do believe that the issue that we're experiencing with the delays in the messaging and browsing traffic are related to a switch issue in the RIM infrastructure. That switch infrastructure has got a backup system within that system, and what's happening is that backup system is not working as we would expect. So we are working around the clock now to try and ensure we understand how to get that back up so that we can give full service to our customers, not only that we expect, but our customers expect.
But you, in that answer, you used the word "we believe." That's a pretty loose word when it comes to the sort of close technology that you're dealing with. The fact is you don't know for sure what is wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a very complex network with over 70 million customers globally, and we've been seeing this issue intermittently over the last 3 days, which is one of the challenges we've been having to sort of isolate this down.
The problem for the customers is that this is the first time you've come out to tell them that there is even a problem, and most of them have only heard from their phone companies. Doesn't Blackberry owe their customers a great deal better service that had come out on the third day?
Well, actually, the way we work the communication, there's twofold. So for our enterprise customers, we have a process by which we provide them regular updates, and in fact as much as every hour, either directly or actually with our carrier partners. So that's been happening in the background over the last 3 days with our enterprise customers. For our consumer customers, we use social networking sites such as Twitter and Facebook to provide updates around what's happening with the service. And we've also got a service update page on our website, which is www.uk.blackberry.com/service update. And that's the primary method that we're using to ensure everyone is aware of the progress we have in solving this issue.
It may be the primary method you're using, but the truth is, if you're on Twitter, the anger and the despair that BlackBerry customers are experiencing is clearly prejudicial to your business future.
We fully understand the frustration that's caused by the service outage. BlackBerry, as you know, is fundamental to a lot of people's lives around how they communicate with their friends, their families and their work colleagues. So our priority as a business is ensuring that we get that service back to the level that we think is satisfactory, but not only for us, but back to the level our customers expect from BlackBerry. And that's what we're focused on at the moment.
Stephen Bates, Managing Director of Britain and Ireland of BlackBerry, speaking to me earlier from Slough.